Wike blocks land grab. Military officers clash with FCT minister in Abuja. Hello everyone, welcome back to EloPace TV, your go-to channel for real news, honest analysis and updates with the right vibes. Today we have a serious situation from Abuja, Gaduwa district. The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, faced a standoff with armed military officers while trying to inspect a disputed plot of land. Let's break down exactly what happened and why it matters. Yesterday, the FCT administration officials went to plot 1946 in Gaduwa to carry out a demolition on structures considered illegal, but the operation did not go as planned. Military officers blocked the site, even preventing the minister himself from entering. When Minister Wike arrived with FCT Police Commissioner Mila Tawaye and other senior officials, the soldiers initially denied him access. Lieutenant A.M. Yerima, the commanding officer at the site, tried to stop Wike from entering, but the minister's security aides forced their way through, allowing him to inspect the disputed land. Wike was visibly frustrated. He called the situation a clear case of land grabbing and vowed the administration would not be intimidated. Despite the military intimidation, I will not succumb or allow this land grabbing. It is an illegality that must not stand, he declared. The minister accused the developers of constructing buildings on government land without approval or valid title documents. He emphasized that Land Department and the Department of Development Control have the legal authority to monitor illegal development, and their work must not be undermined by force. When I heard about this, I instructed officials to make sure nothing happened because no proper document existed. Wike said, but the soldiers reportedly chased them away under instruction from a retired senior officer. I had to come personally to see what was going on. Wike expressed disappointment that someone who once held a senior military position could resort to intimidation rather than proper channels. I don't understand why someone in that position wouldn't approach my office to explain. Because he is a military man, he thinks he can intimidate Nigerians. I will not succumb to blackmail or intimidation. The military side explained that their actions followed superior instructions and that all relevant documents were properly submitted for verification. This is not an illegal development, said the commanding officer. I have forwarded all the documents to the officials in charge. This standoff highlights the tension between civil authority and military involvement in administrative matters. Meanwhile, Osita Chidoka, former Minister of Aviation and governance expert, urged Wike to apologize to any officer allegedly subjected to abusive language. He reminded the public that officers in uniform or plain clothes represent the president and the sovereignty of Nigeria. To abuse such an officer is to diminish the authority of the republic itself. Chidoka said he also described Wike's decision to personally enforce the directive as a fundamental misstep, emphasizing that ministers should rely on proper channels, not personal intervention. This incident is more than just a clash on a single plot of land. It highlights civil-military relations in Nigeria and the proper role of armed forces. The importance of transparency, due process, and reference to rules in government enforcement. Land administration challenges in Abuja. Some support Wike for standing firm against illegal land acquisition, while others worry about the military involvement in civilian matters. If you were in Wike's shoes, would you have personally gone to the site or handled it through officials? Comment your answer. Abuja land disputes are common, especially with rapid urban growth. Plot 1946 is a reminder that clear rules, proper documentation, and communication are essential to prevent confrontation like this. As the FCTA, military, and developers continue discussions, the outcome could set a precedent for handling similar land disputes in the capital and across Nigeria. The Gaduwa land dispute shows that rule of law, proper communication, and due process are essential in governance. Minister Wike insists he will not allow intimidation or illegal land grabbing to succeed. We will continue monitoring this story as it develops because it could shape how land disputes are managed in Abuja and Nigeria. Thank you for tuning in to EloPace TV. Please subscribe if you are still yet to subscribe. And for those of you who have watched up till now, thank you very much. Do have a wonderful day.